I'm not blowing out smoke. I just took a really long inhale and didn't want to inhale it into the mic. I think actually I just went live in live world, but that beginning was recorded because we are streaming and we are recording. It's another episode of Cast Me Outside with Aaron Scholl. I'm your host, Aaron Scholl. Today's date, January 9th, 2025. 2025, guys. Year of the cheeseburger. Gonna be a rocking good time. How's everyone doing today? I am well, thank you. I guess I should just kind of get the ball rolling. In my mind, I was like putzing around and doing stuff. And my mind was racing, and I was like, oh, I'm going to say that on the podcast. Oh, I'm going to say this on the podcast. Oh, my God, I'm just going to be spitting hot fire on the podcast. And now I'm like stage fright. It's like, okay. Guess that's why we write down topics. I think that's really the next thing. Honestly, I'm listening back to my own podcasts. I'm adding some time marks, some timestamps, some markers on the timeline, and things are happening. Topics are being hit. Antidotes are being antidotes. Am I poisoned? Is this Pokemon? Am I confused? I am. Oh, actually, I'm not confused. I am all tied up right now over the pronunciation of that word. So let's get back on track. Yeah, it feels a little better. 9 episodes in. I mean, maybe the 9th episode I'm jinxing it hard. But 7 and 8, better. And we still got a lot of growth to do, so looking forward to it. I'm still on my supplement ADHD treatment journey. Day 9 of no alcohol. Just been watching more videos about theanine. I guess YouTube knows that I searched that. And L-theanine's pretty money. I guess apparently it makes people constipated. But other than that, it like really chills people out. Pretty well, it seems like. I'm just thinking, is there a bias to the people who would comment that it worked? There wasn't a ton of people that said it didn't work that commented on these videos about it. It's an amino acid that promotes calmness and relaxation. It's found in teas, like your green tea. L-theanine, and I've been taking it twice a day. I take it with coffee so you can get you're basically speedballing, right? You're basically is that speedballing? Is like the up and is when you take an upper and a downer at the same time. So you're taking the L-theanine to chill out, and then you're drinking the coffee to get jacked up. See, I say it like so harshly. I'm like, yeah, we're getting jacked up. It's like, doing drugs is a fun thing that we do. We don't just enjoy a cup of coffee. We get jacked up and then try and counteract the side effects to get an even better buzz. Drug optimization. That's a good idea. Okay, weekend of drugging. Weekend of doing drugs, but we optimize it. Optimize for pleasure and minimize side effects. Actually, the girl who I just broke up with, she was into like the EDM phase, not EDM phase, EDM scene, and she knew all about the supplementing while drugging. Now, tell me in the comments, is that a green flag or a red flag? I think in certain situations it's a green flag, and I'm already thinking of how it's possibly a red flag. But yeah, she was like, explaining. I wish I understood what it was, because I bet you some of those supplements, not to counteract the negative effects of like EDMD or MDMA, Molly. I don't know why EDMA. It's dance music. It's dance music and ecstasy. EDMA, electric dance, whatever MA stands for, in MDMA. But yeah, I'm sure I can find a video where they break down how to take Molly and not have it completely wreck your dick the next day. Never did it. There was a moment in the relationship, I think she gets off on me being emotional. And now that I kind of see that, which is really nice, it's like, I'm an emotional guy. It's like, and whatever. This relationships make me feel strong emotions. Like, I think she gets off on it. Is that an energy vampire? What is that? But yeah, oh my God, thank God. Thank God. Okay, so this was my analogy yesterday, and I don't want to talk bad to someone, because it's like, I still have rose-colored feelings, rose-colored glasses. Like, I can still trick myself to like it being the best thing ever, and which is crazy. And then I like think about these other things. It's like, oh, okay, maybe you're dodging a bullet. So this is what happens. It's like the relationship is the bullet, and I just happen to dodge it, and then I go into bullet time. Like, I slow down time, like in the Matrix, and chase after that bullet and jump in front of it to get hit. Like, that's how I feel like this bullet is that I'm dodging. I feel like if I had the power to, I could. I'm dodging bullet right now, but I could go bullet time and chase up to that bullet and throw myself in front of it, like I'm a Secret Service agent and it's about to hit Reagan. Peter Hinckley, or whatever his name is. I hate that I know his name, but I know his name for like a more of an organic reason. My sister did a stage play about him, or managed a stage play about him. So I saw, like, I don't just know killers' names. No, yeah. What, man? How weird your life could be. It's like, it's like it's like, oh, like that guy fucked up and fucked up his life royally, and is he's just, I don't know why I'm digging myself in this hole. Let's get back to shitting on my ex. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not trying to, and I know it's like, there's so many guys who I respect that are like, never talk about anybody. Don't talk about people. Get people's names. And I respect the shit out of that, but that ain't today's episode. We spilled the tea on today's episode. And you know what's in that tea? L-theanine. And yeah, I just had the fucking brain blast. Like, I was so distraught, and I knew, like, she knew how to get MDMA, and I was like, yo, can you just get it for me? I just feel like I need a refresher on, like, the love in the universe. And I probably didn't say it that articulately. And then, of course, she was like, no. But yeah, I was so fucked up, and then I like listened to a podcast clip. Actually, it was probably my first podcast clip that I ever made. Was about Neil Brennan doing MDMA and how it kind of helped orient him towards gratitude. And I was just feeling so fucked up and so low that I was like, okay, let's fucking roll. Let's do MDMA, and maybe then I can like get out of this negative space. That's really what I felt. And you know what? The podcast episodes don't they're always scary in the beginning, but they seem to be coming together. I don't know if it's the ADHD or what, or like the root like, or if it's like symptoms of depression or whatever it is, but like maybe I get so like hooked onto the positivity stuff because I deal with like a lot of negative emotions and a lot of negative self-talk, and just at face value, positivity just seems so much better and gets me so excited for like a new reality where I'm looking on the bright side, and things are working out, and you know, the abundance, the abundance mindset, and it's always like fleeting, or these fleeting, like, I don't know, these fleeting moments. Maybe I didn't realize how negative, how strong my like negative emotion bias is, because I think like the stress is calming. I think it's like, yeah, the weird oxymoron, or the weird counterintuitiveness of like having ADHD. It's like you're understimulated, like, so you need like a lot of input. Someone had like a short, I wish I could remember his name, but I watched a couple ADHD podcasts, and the short is just talking about how like ADHD people are in the zone when they're driving, because it's like you have to be on the ball and you can blare your music and you're just like, you know, you can find that balance of like stimulation and activity and like get into a flow state. So it's like, and it's like people with ADD thrive in those environments, but then at the same time it's like you're chewing, it's just putting me on the edge. Like I kind of work right next to the speaker, and it's like some days it's just like I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear, like, I wish we could put the speaker in the middle of the room, but that's just where the plug is. And it is what it is, but it's like we've got a wide variety of taste where I work with music. And it's like I like listening to it, but walking into like a loud loud environment where other people's music, like obscure music taste, is being pushed on you, it's like, yeah, it's fun, it's different, maybe not so loud, maybe not first thing in the morning. Sorry if I got a bitch on my podcast about it. It doesn't matter. It's all one day at a time. And guess what? I got through a day today, guys. And you know, yeah, I think I'm going to vent a little bit about just the death throes of the relationship, or just like the very, very, very last smoldering embers of it. It's like, you know, we still have to give each other our stuff back. And I was like, I guess I had like a moment. I was super tired last night. I had a moment where I was like, what's up? Like, I haven't talked to you in a week. Like, and the last time I saw you with like in that week, or within like the past 10 days, like it was not without intimacy. So, but you know, exactly what I thought was true. It's like she just went on a date and probably ended up hooking up with the guy. So it doesn't, like, you know, you know, I don't want to be involved anymore. Yeah. Like, it sucks that like it felt a lot like, oh, I'm leaving you in 2024, which just like felt really bad in my gut. And like I said, because she gets off on the emotion, she'll like give me the time of day. We'll stay up till 2 a.m. And I'm taking, you know, my 50% of the responsibility of like staying in that phone call. Nothing kept me in that phone call. But it's like that was like the last little micro loop of our relationship, and it's good to see. It's kind of good to see the micro loops and then the bigger loops. But yeah, what like, and you know, I'm gonna pay for it tomorrow because it's like, what's the micro loop? Like sometimes it's like good times are, sometimes it's because of positive emotions, and sometimes this is because of negative emotions. But we'll have a long positive or negative phone call late into the night, and you know, I have to get up at 7 realistically. Like that's like kind of my, I get up at 7 and then I have 20 minutes to get my ass in the car and get to work. So I'm getting 5 hours of sleep, and it's like I already have a hard time keeping my shit together. So it's like, but now 3 nights a week, or like, you know, when the relationship was rolling, now 3 times a week, I have horrible sleep. And guess what? Yeah, I have horrible sleep. I'm all out of whack. Yeah, of course I'm gonna be, you know, some of the worst symptoms of ADD are gonna develop. It felt like I was vibing and I had everything under control. And then this relationship, a year of this relationship, it felt like I took 2 giant steps back. That's why in the beginning of this 2025 project, I just talked about like not wanting to crash out, not wanting to just, you know, fuck up the good things I have going for me, because I have good things going for me, and I like was at the brink of crashing out. And I feel like I'm just about to turn a corner. So yeah, it's like a year and a half off shitty sleep, being dysregulated. That's like the domino effect that leads to bad relationship, like weird relationship conflict, that leads to more dysregulation. That's like, yeah, that's like, now you're in therapy. Get a good night's sleep so you don't have to go to therapy. I'm not in therapy, but I'm not mad at her for suggesting therapy. I am. She like stress tested me to the point where I had to, you know, maybe in a way it's good. She stress tested me to a point where I had to kind of look at that diagnosis that I had as a kid, where in the meantime I was like, yeah, in a lot of ways I was falling like prey to the traits that kind of like allow in someone with ADHD's life to like fall behind and lag behind the rest of their peers. But in other ways I was also like locked in on, like I was you know, I was on the up and up. Like hence why I ended up getting a girlfriend and like everything, like, but you know, after a year and a half of that, it was like, now you're kind of back at square one. Not absolute square one, but in a lot of ways, it felt very square one-ish. It feels very much like we're kind of at a base camp, and we got to climb back up that mountain. So yeah, it's like, and I knew it. Like we'd have stupid, counterproductive phone conversations. I'd like, and I'd know it. And I'd be like, you know, we're just tired. I'm just so tired. Like I was getting, like, yeah, I'm 30 years old and I'm getting shitty night's sleep, and then I'm living long ass days that go from 7 in the morning to 11 at night. Like, and yeah, so that little bit of sleep dysregulation like really snowballed, and I had hopefully my last little pattern of that, where we stayed up till 2 in the morning talking, and it sucks, it hurts. I was beating up on myself for not reaching out during the new year. And of course, there's a part of me that's like, she could reach out to me, but it's like, of course, I knew kind of how her life was playing out, so it was it. It's not a. I'm not blindsided this week. This thing, but kind of got that little bit of closure. That's what I'm trying to say, and I'm going to do my best to mail her stuff and not see her. No disrespect. I think as far as I wouldn't mind seeing her. I like I said, I have rose-colored feelings and rose-colored glasses for a lot of it. Even though I should be like, not I should be like, but if I was like, if I was like to leave her in 2024, which is what's happening, but not in a blunt, mean way. If I was to do it in a mean way, I'm sure I could rationalize it. But whatever. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry for airing my tea out. Airing my tea out. Sorry. Not proud of it. I think a lot of these podcasts I'm not going to be proud of, but yeah, just that. It's just we're kind of putting a bow on it. It's like I know it's going to take me a while. That's just how it is. It was a very like powerful relationship. And you know what? Just fucking don't crash out. Don't let it be. It's not worth crashing out over. Get back on your course. Do guys. Watch the. There's a 5-minute special. 5-minute special. There's a tight 5 of me with my second year in comedy. So watch that. Hopefully there'll be a better one in 2 years. I still got comedy that I want to do, and posting these videos that's gotten 2 or 3 views. Oh yeah. Who knows where we'll be in 5 years as far as that craft in this channel, and the hurt, the abrupt change. It's this channel and the life that I do have, like I'm glad to have it because I'm channeling a lot of energy that would just be spent looking at the phone, brooding, thinking thinking, oh, did they text, or why haven't I heard from, a lot of my energy would be spent in that headspace. So thank you, Cast Me Outside and Twitch and YouTube, for giving me a void to yell into, I guess. I don't know, dude. I was on Twitter just because I was posting the clips, dude. And then the fucking apocalypse porn that's coming out of California. I saw 2 posts, and my entire physiology, I just got filled with deep anxiety, just seeing burnt out America. So I really don't like that. I mean, and there's anxiety porn, fear porn. I don't know what to call it. Some type of porn. Oh, excuse me, corn. Oh, the crazy censorship. It's yeah, say you don't live in a dystopia. It's you self-censor by saying words that rhyme with the word you want to say, so the eye in the sky doesn't cut you down. It's whatever world we didn't want to be in. It looks like it's it's ETA is yesterday, dog. So, whatever. I got a voice right now. It's still America. We're still free. And yeah, I did. I listened to some Joe Rogan today. I mean, not Theo Vaughn. I'm always going to have a soft spot for Joe Rogan, and But as far as anxiety porn and the media cycle and the bombshells. I've talked about this because I'm such in the I've been in the trenches of the culture war. I've like really been like up to date on all the stupidity and all the nonsense, like usually around election time. And you know, it's like bombshell after bombshell, and you know, it's like, and then you have shell shock. So it's like bombshell revolution, October surprise. It's like that's what it is. I feel like on like a personal level for the people, it's like you're being like, it's trauma-based mind control. You're being like traumatized with these horrible stories, and then guess what? Your vibration's low, dog. Now you don't have the defenses to like live your higher self. Live your higher truth is what I wanted to say. Those are 3 words that are just nonsense. Live your higher truth, like, oh Lord. And I get off on the live your higher truth shit sometimes. But yeah, we got another open mic tonight. It's wing night. Homie lives for wing night over here. Dollar wings. That's how bad the economy is. Oh, dude, I had a web page bookmarked, and I just accidentally clicked it, and it was a page for rentals, and you know, all these rentals in my area came up, and it looks like rent went down. So maybe your boy Aaron's gonna get his ass out of his parents' house. That's looking more like a opportunity. Hopefully, I don't get into conflict at work or so bored that I become unproductive and I get a target on my back. I just would. The YouTube algorithm is crazy. I get all of these videos of people who quit their job and went the entrepreneurial route, and you know, they're doing okay. And then I get videos of people who are like, okay, I'm going back to work. And then I get videos of people that are like, for the love of God, don't quit your fucking job. So it's like, that's probably the smart thing to do as a 30-year-old man with that wants money so he can do stuff with his life. Yeah, financial. Dude, I need to make a system for saving. This is it. This is, I think, I need like a major to-do list. And if it's just like, you know, $100 a month, maybe 100 saving and 100 investing. Or yeah, I don't know. So I need to start playing the money game. Like, how do you, I guess that's what like brokers do. The mutual funds. I don't even know some of the consumer products that, or some of the fiduciaries. I had a phase in my early 20s where I was all about financial literacy. Guy without job tells you how to save money. Guy without job gives financial advice. Hey, he knows how to stretch a buck. Is that dollar a yoga because it's a yogi because it's stretching? Is that dollar wearing yoga pants because it is stretching? But yeah, lots of like that's like the ADD mind. Lots of like little dreams that look so awesome in your mind, but you never get around to doing. Yeah. All right. Maybe something will pop off as I slowly end this episode. Tomorrow's Friday. I'm like all this weird snowstorm stuff too. Social media is so interesting to me. I want people to share their algorithms. I want to know what other people's algorithms look like. Because I feel like the personalization of it is what makes it so dangerous from like a weird manipulate society aspect. And, like everyone watches something, I'm sure, that they don't want to say that they watch. And, maybe they don't want to admit that to themselves. I know I do. Where was I going? Oh yeah. Now I get all this stuff in my YouTube page about a giant snowstorm. That's, I feel like it's just like weird, like weather clickbait. Like someone's made this point, but it's like, it is a good point with the news and the sensationalization of everything. It's like even a freaking light drizzle they can turn into apocalypse now. So no wonder we're fed up and we're just listening to people in their rooms trying their best to be authentic, or, the guy who does, no wonder people would rather watch someone make a table in 60 seconds than watch your big 24-hour news network. I got a lot of freaking things to say. I feel like each kind of political cycle that you're plugged into, that's like your like classes. It's like, how long have you been paying attention to this shit? It's like, that's like really your seniority. Or like, if you don't notice the patterns and you're not like a little bit like side-eyeing these, like the machine, then you're like, you're drinking somebody's Kool-Aid. And I believe that. All right, whatever. Okay. Another great episode, in my opinion. Got comedy tonight. Tomorrow's Friday. Hell yeah. One foot in front of the other. And then we'll be walking. But that's it for today's episode of Cast Me Outside. It's been a lot of fun, but we're done. Gotta run. Thank you this time for your time. And until next time, keep on living and loving. Peace.